Alrighty, awesome. My face is all up here, so other faces can perceive mine. That's how normal people say hello and introduce themselves when they do things. Hi, and welcome to the party. I am the Bardic Knock. You can follow me on Twitter at the Bardic Knock if you would so be inclined. Don't know why you would, because I do weird things like this right now. Hi. We're going to be playing Dungeons and Dragons. Woo! Specifically 3.5 edition because we're afraid of change and new things, and also incredibly lazy and haven't learnt the new one yet. So that's the main reason. That's basically it. Wow. Even with my nonsense, I introduced myself very quickly. That was strange. Do I normally say something else?
Welcome to Matt's best impression of a normal person.
The sad part is, it's true. This is my best attempt.
He kept it together right up until the end.
If I normally say something else here, I've forgotten what it is. So
welcome to the party.
Yeah,
no, I said that.
Yeah.
I said what we're playing. I said my name.
We could sit around awkwardly thinking about it for a while longer. That could be.
Well, yeah, this is
right?
top quality streaming material right here. Let's not do the actual thing it says we're supposed to do, and let's think about it instead, guys.
Agreed.
I mean, sounds like a plan to me.
We're all gonna play telepathic D&D. We're just gonna sit here and look at each other.
Not even that. There's gonna be no dungeons, no dragons. No, nothing. It's going to be thinking about what we could be streaming. Like, not even thinking about, ooh, my character can do this, and ooh, wouldn't that be interesting, and I'd love to have it. Like, no, we're going to be thinking like, what do we say on stream? So, that's the whole stream now, guys. That's what we're going to be doing. But it is still appropriate for everybody to introduce themselves, so you recognize the faces and the voices who are going to occasionally go, or make other thinking sounds. Well, first of all, Don't Blink is unpresent, not present, vanished into the ether.
Definitely unpresent.
Currently, we are assuming either he has real life things going on, like work or family or friends. These things I have only heard other people having.
But the one thing we do know for sure is that he has an utter lack of presence.
Like here, like currently right now, like as a human being, he has presence. He takes up matter. He takes up a percentage of the known universe.
Are you sure about that?
It's a very minute percentage, as all of us do. But you know,
we've never seen his face. I'm just saying he could be the first attempt at the computer revolution to insinuate itself into human society.
He could also be a lobster, so there's that too.
Could also be a talking lobster. A lot of options.
What if he's a ghost? Then he wouldn't be taking
Ghost lobster?
Are we going to be the first podcast show to have a ghost discrimination lawsuit?
No, we're going to be the first podcast that represents the ghost lobster community, guys. We are all inclusive.
I like it.
Blake looks like ghost lobsters make him sick.
Somebody else say the name before I don't shut up, Emma.
Alrighty, I'll start us off. I am Archer VI, and I will be playing Keldor, the Knoll Knight/Scout, who's getting really used to wilderness at this point, though, you know.
Yeah, you know, you've been out a while now. It's pretty. You go, oh hey, that's a tree.
Well,
I'm almost as scoutly as I am knightly.
Almost. You do tend to run into things with your face and trigger them, so that's kind of scouting. Hey guys, there's a trap around my foot.
Hey, do not Do not diminish the strength-based rogue. They work.
Hey guys, don't step on these spikes that are currently protruding from my lower legs.
I think that's a Constitution-based roll. Just tanks everything.
Yeah.
Also described the last dungeon we were in.
I'm below Archer, so I'll go next. My name is TJ, and I'll be playing Flick, the Halfling Rogue. And during our slightly passive-aggressive telepathy session, if you hear someone go, that'll be me. Don't choke on your glass of water.
I couldn't even take a sip. I was laughing. Like, I want a drink. I can't. Cody, please introduce yourself.
My name is Cody. I play Kid the Dark Horse, a level 2 fighter, level 5 wizard, armed with a spike chain and now with a spell that makes him even more armed than ever before. He is ready to begin this peaceful adventure today.
Triple face bomb. That's gotta be a record.
Rebecca, can you please introduce yourself, and we will desperately try and not laugh over the top of you. We're all in a really stupid mood.
I missed whatever happened, but okay, I'll try. I'm Rebecca. I'll be playing Primrose, the half-orc bard, level something plus monk. Yay! For our telepathy session, I am the giggly bitch of the group, and my mind is a dark place. I'm so sorry.
How dare you think you're the only giggly bitch of the group?
If anything, that shows like a supreme level of giggly bitchiness. Because we're all pretty fucking pathetic and can't sit here with straight faces. So
straight faces. I don't even know what that means.
Nah, me neither.
Not laughing? It's like not.
Oh, I was meaning the straight bit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that bit I understand, but.
And finally, Blake, could you please introduce yourself for us?
I'm Blake. I play the Wild Elf Druid Spell Thief and now Master of Many Forms, Zendrix. And it's now my goal to transform into everything.
Zendrix is going to be that person with the name in the group. The 4-hour-long title and name to say.
Yes, as the person who is making the title cards and stat cards. It's already getting annoying.
And master of many forms, and cleaner of the garage, and kicker of the recycling.
Don't even start making me doing titles. It is not happening.
I'll be that one person you always hear about that has like 7 different classes and 3 prestige classes.
It's time you finish announcing yourself, the fight's already over. Oh, guys.
I can take something down with my pinky finger just by looking at it.
I'm the druid, fighter, ranger, wizard, rogue, master, mini.
It's already dead.
Okay, so
lightning bolt last station.
Who knew you were a Death Sticker?
You walk into the room and lightning strikes everything.
Okay. So, before we actually jump in and start letting the other voices in our heads come out, that's a way of saying playing a game, right? Yeah, sure, let's go with that. Hey, do you like Welcome to the Party? Do you like whatever this nonsense is? If so, what's wrong with you? Who enjoys this? But other than that, we appreciate you and love you very much. And if you could consider giving the channel a follow here on twitch.tv/WelcomePartyRPG. If you're very kind, you can mouth going everywhere today. You can subscribe. We have 3 different tiers of subscription. For tier 1, you gain access to the WTTP D20 if you want to start throwing that emote all over the places. At tier 2, you can get access to Michael the Mimic. Oh, what's this? It's little treasures. Oh no, it's got teeth and a mouth, and it's called Michael, and it's now our friend. And for tier 3, you can get crits on the rocks, because, what's cooler than getting a crit while you're drinking your little glass of alcohol? So, yeah, there are subscriptions. Also, you can follow Welcome to the Party on Twitter, at WelcomePartyRPG, to be kept up to date on everything or Welcome to the Party related. Also, if you would ever like to join a game or host a game even, any good stuff like that, if you find the Discord description down below, there's all that good stuff. There's people, I think, at least if not people, they are very good like animators and upload like images of themselves acting like people. So
very convincing robots.
Yeah, but they're there, and you can be a part of things to be a part of the community, do this, do that, all kinds of cool things down in that Discord.
Discord is
also
awesome. This one in particular.
Yep. Also, if you miss a show anytime, or if you have literally hundreds of hours you need to kill, I highly recommend going and joining, subscribing to the YouTube channel Welcome to the Party, where you can find literally every single campaign that has ever been played on this channel. There is
14? I had it.
A number that's greater than 10.
A number somewhere between 1 and infinity, different campaigns. All right there on the channel to watch and enjoy, of all different game systems. There's the Pokemon game that I run every other Thursday, so you should also check that out sometime. There's Shadowrun, there's Dungeon World, there's Fate, there was a Buffy game. There's been all kinds of cool stuff, so go check it out.
We're up to 22.
We're up to 22.
I think one of those is the one-shots.
That's fine. You just want to watch one-shots of stuff. That's also good fun. Alrighty. So, with all of that said, the last few sessions of this campaign, for those who haven't been keeping up to date, not you, Kevin, you know exactly what happened, because you're always here. Because you're in my mind and kind of don't exist.
Hey.
He totally exists.
What?
He exists
Last
because I thought him up, and that is how perceptions of reality occur. I believe in Kevin, therefore he exists. So.
But Kevin is the best lobster ghost robot.
Kevin's everything. At one point, Kevin was 3 dogs in a trench coat, so...
How those dogs became a lobster, we will never know.
Or were the dogs... Like, was one dog a lobster, one a ghost, and one a robot, and then they combined to form Kevin, who is 3 dogs in a trench coat, and also just so happens to be a lobster ghost robot.
All of the above.
Matt, you gotta make Kevin a thing that we can fight at some point.
Ow!
Perception checks, everybody. You notice that the man next to you is actually 3 dogs in a trench coat. But one of the dogs happens to be a lobster. One of the dogs happens to be a ghost.
You aren't entirely sure if you succeeded on the perception check or failed it miserably.
Whether you succeeded on the perception check.
God, I was just trying to introduce what we've been doing. We
this
killed a big
is what we've been doing.
They killed a big fish. It was a big, scary tentacle fish, and they killed it. That's what we've been doing. And now that we have killed the big, scary fish, everyone's having a nice sit down.
We just finished the feast.
Yes, you had a wonderful feast. It was highly, highly enjoyable. Everybody has had good food. And everybody gave me things that they wanted to work on last week, which I 100% even went away and wrote down stuff for.
Oh.
Yeah, see? I make notes.
I mean, we could
That's
just say
illustrated
we're all
by
drunk. Fine.
Yeah, that's pretty much the note.
Apparently, Kevin's also part dragon.
Well, that's just expected.
Kevin
Come
was
on.
Notepad the whole time.
Oh my god, Notad is actually Kevin!
The whole
I would
dragon
love that.
thing is just been a ruse to keep you
It's
from
a-
figuring it out.
To distract him from his real diabolical plan.
Oh man. Okay.
So we ate fish.
No, lobsters had
We are
wings.
drunk. We're
We're
sitting
all
around the
asleep.
fire, gloating in our victory. There's probably a decent chance that an ember from the fire has drifted over and lit the giant patch of oil-soaked wood at some
No, I
point
did
during
that.
the night.
I did that already.
No, you purposely set off a fire pit. Like,
Yeah,
just
it's
for
part
fun.
of a motivational speech.
Yeah, Notad and Gen3 and Mateus did magic and made it look like cool fireworks and shit.
Mm-hmm.
It was all kinds of cool, as you had a big inspiring speech, and yeah, everyone felt good about themselves. Except Angus, he's being a little emo bitch, and he's sat
That's
alone.
okay, everyone's allowed to do that at least once.
Oh yeah, everyone needs an emo phase.
Primrose too. She had a bad time. Or they had a bad time. Sorry.
This
There
is
you
true.
They angered the goddess. Terrible idea.
Okay. So, yes, it's chill out time. Who would like to go first in this groovy downtime session?
Should we just do like an initiative roll? Make it easier.
We could.
That's actually a better idea. Let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah, so if everybody would like to quickly throw up an initiative for me. And that. Alrighty. It looks like everybody rolled like shit, but it's okay because these things don't actually matter.
Oh wow.
Oh, there you go, Flick. Still rolling higher
Even
than
with
the
the
most a lot of us.
natural one, it's both kid.
Yeah. Okay. Since these rolls don't actually matter, this is just so we can direct an order for ourselves. Zindrix, you rolled the higher, so we'll do your happy, groovy downtime stuff first. Last week, you said that you wanted to start studying your newly discovered powers from your Master of Many Forms. And yeah, you said you wanted to start studying Keldor's face.
Yeah, start with Keldor and work through the group. Every race is different than myself.
Okay, so everyone is different than you, technically. Okay, you've got Kid, who's human, Primrose, who's half-orc, you've got a Gnoll, you've got a halfling, you've got a gnome, there's a half-elf in Notad.
I can't go into small yet, so the small creatures are out. No,
You can still make a very tall-looking Flick.
I can just.
So,
Yeah, I guess I can. Oblique.
It would just look like a human if he's tall.
No, still halfling proportions.
But yeah, that's what she's on. She's just going to spend her time, learning different humanoid forms for herself.
okay, so
Keldor freaks out a lot.
how do you envision this happening? Are you sat there like just staring at your friends going, I can do that? Or are you actually physically practicing the shifting of form? So, you'll be sat there and, your face will change and start to resemble a half-elf or a half-orc or just a human or a gnoll.
Yeah, Yeah, and then once you get comfortable with the forms, you'll start like using her own form and just changing it to appear a different race.
Okay. So, as you're doing that, I'm assuming you aren't running off and hiding and keeping a secret. You're just going, hey, everybody, watch me, do a thing. Well, not like actively drawing attention to yourself, sorry. It's more, I'm just going to sit here and do my thing. People can watch if they so choose.
Yeah, pretty much. She knows that wild shape isn't a druid only thing.
Yeah.
She's not really working.
Does anybody have any reaction to this stuff going on? As Zindrix seems to be shifting her form, almost as if practicing a new skill.
Do we have paper and ink?
Genfrey does.
I'm going to ask to borrow some of it and not give it back.
As all borrowings are, right?
Yeah, Genfrey will go, oh, okay.
Okay. I'm going to begin drawing Zindrix as she does this.
So,
like in a creepy way or an endearing?
I don't know. We'll let the roll decide that, because Kid just picked this up. Craft painting.
That's really impressive.
All right, with a roll of 23 on your craft painting skill, this is actually really good. You are drawing Zindrix like one of your French girls.
Oh, wait, no, Kid. Oh.
Did an aboleth just drown the painting into you?
No, Kid's always been good at painting. I just don't get a chance to use this.
Oh, okay. I
Like,
prefer
what
my
else do
story.
people with long hair and a bunch of scars do except draw all day?
This is true.
I don't know. I'm only
I
one
don't
of
know
those
about the
things.
long hair part, but the rest of it.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I just spend a lot of time on YouTube. Yeah. YouTube don't exist in magical fancy D&D land, so yeah, I guess I'd learn to draw.
So what
But yeah,
creature do we
he's-
have to tame / diplomacy to get YouTube up and running?
A mind
I don't know.
flayer. A
Thrash.
beholder.
A beholder would work. Oh, that's a terrifying concept in of itself.
He gets bored of drawing Zindrix as they are and begins drawing them as if they were a dog.
Like just an actual four-legged or like a humanoid dog. So are you creating the
It's a
first
dog.
ever persona?
No, that's already Kildor. Kid's used to it at this point. No, he's drawing Zindrix, but as a dog with very big anime-styled eyes, and also wearing Zindrix's armor and holding it with its little paws.
Are you showing this off to anybody, or is this like your personal private thing?
I am showing it to people. Zindrix is a Pomeranian.
Okay. Anybody who is privy to this and wishes to have any kind of reaction, please have your reaction.
I killed her
Flick
his
is-
hyena laugh.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Flick was like sitting drinking with Unst around the fire, and he doesn't know what's going on, so he looks up and he's like, what's? And then he looks over at Zindrix, and he just like goes pale. He's like, ah! He's like clearly absolutely terrified.
Unst will look up, see this, look down at what he's drinking, and then look to you, flicking up. Little friend, how strong is drink?
I think it's too strong.
I think so too.
Yeah.
We should fix by drinking more.
Definitely.
He's drawing a
but I
picture
think
of Flick getting beaten in submission by a big goblet with arms.
Flick switches to the ale.
Uns hands you back your hip flask of strong stuff, and also switches to his little water skin of like regular ale. It's like,
Yeah.
is too much of spirits. Un's diet is not working.
I agree. Yeah. We has she always been able to do that?
Keldor just looks and says, "She was a shark."
This is true. Is there really
never
much
seen
difference between shark and then he just points at Keldor, and then he points at Kit. Like, I mean, to be honest, most of you look very similar to me, but I mainly see how I can kill things. I don't really see person. I see weak spot. So you're all walking meat sacks with weaknesses for me to stab.
Where's my weakness?
I
He's
very much like to see you
probably.
find my weakness.
Oh, kid, your weakness is easy. It's your own self-hatred.
You're implying that any part of this, he says, looking at this, is something that I'm not comfortable with already.
Oh, no, comfort is acceptable. It's fact that you hate yourself. Well, could easily be manipulated in some way, shape, or form, I guess. And Keldor, your weakness is similar to Un's. We get distracted by shiny things. Also, sometimes voices in head.
Keldor stops laughing and is like, "It's
I
true."
keep telling you, Uns, I'm not a voice in your head. I'm actually down here.
But are you? Or are you just really good illusion?
Yes, I'm
That was
down
big
here.
word.
I stomp on his toe.
Kid is angry by drawing a picture of Unz with 6 arrows.
When you stomp on his toe, he goes, good illusion makes me think I hurt my foot. My foot is fine.
Damn it. Here.
Can you believe this guy, Sugar?
Succotash.
Sugar plays. Nah. These people are stupid.
Yeah, agreed. We do a little bit of a wing bump, which doesn't break Sugar's wing.
Everyone else, when you see Kid who's sat there drawing what can only be described as
Unz with 6 arrows sticking out of his ass.
yeah, like I don't even know what you want to like interpret all of these things as. You see him start going, and his bat replying to him in a similar tone.
Here's the thing, that's still going to be made deeper because of the ring, or the...
Yeah, so sorry. Cheep.
Keldor just looks at Kid and is like, "Here, have some more ale." Walks away.
So we solve our problems in this party, right? Stab it and then ale.
Yeah, pretty much.
Probably not even that order.
Unz just kind of shrugs and goes, how else do you resolve problem? Sitting down and talking and having rational conversation and hope to reach some kind of middle ground or compromise? Murder is easiest.
Stop breaking the fourth wall.
Yes. What is fourth wall?
There you go.
Speaking of meaningless concepts, what about the amulet that Angus is wearing now? I mean, he's kind of eliminated his potential threat of death if the stupid fish was anything to talk about.
I stole it again.
I'd like to see that.
Well, this is a valid point. You guys are aware that, well, Keldor, you handed Angus this amulet, and in doing so, you both went on some weird, trippy vision quest briefly. And it was
we
following
have
that
not
Angus has gone and
talked about
secluded
that.
himself. And he's been very quiet. He has actively separated himself from the group. He is away in. I mean, technically, he's still blind.
Yeah?
Look, permanent?
Until Eliza can get rid of it tomorrow.
This is good, because I really don't want to become the king's seeing eye halfling.
No, Keldor's already seeing eye dog.
But yes, Angus has gone and sat himself alone in one of the wagons. But it's a good thing to bring this up. How does everyone else feel about this? You know, this is the reason you came here. You heard, oh hey, there might be an amulet in this little lock. Turns out the lock wasn't so little, and it had grown and killed an entire village worth of people because of fish people and a tentacle fish.
Did we ever figure out how they created the water?
Not really. I mean, you went down there and explored everything. There wasn't like a source of it as such. It wasn't coming from somewhere. So the more magically inclined amongst you. I mean, Zindrix can use this spell. I think a few other people can as well. I know Eliza can. But it's a very simple spell to just create water.
So they just created it a lot?
Yeah, imagine if you've got like about, say, 50 people who can all create water. You know, because that creates 2 gallons. You've got 50 people who can all do that maybe like 10 times a day. So that's 50 times
gallons.
10, which is 500, times 2. That's 1,000 gallons a day.
Okay.
That would very quickly drown an entire village.
Mm-hmm. Okay. This does raise the question, though. Is this one of those things that only works for him? Because I know about the hammer only working for someone who's noble and true with a heart of steel, but nowhere on Earth have I ever heard about this amulet.
No. These would be valuable things to try and figure out what the amulet even does. I mean, yes, you saw it had some kind of restorative properties, and Keldor has experienced it doing a thing. But no one's really sat down and tried to figure it out yet. So these are things to maybe go and look into.
Let's do it. Angus still has the amulet, right? Or did Flick really take it?
Angus still has it, supposedly. Like,
Okay. Oh god, I'm not good at this sort of thing. Primrose, go get the amulet.
What?
All of us are the best at talking to people.
I'm drowning in my sorrows. Leave me alone.
It's not a hard bar to set.
Okay, Flick.
Actually, I'm pretty good at it. I think I'll handle this.
Alright, just don't weird him out.
Weirder than what's already happened.
He hasn't seen anything that's already happened.
That's
true.
Even weirder for him.
But anyways, just go away.
Just
Okay.
shoot.
So, Keldor, are you going and
Yep.
approaching the wagon? I'm assuming you're just very casually walking. You're not like trying to sneak up to it or anything
No,
like that, are you?
Just walking up, sitting down.
Okay. As you get closer, obviously Angus still can't see you. And he is sat there holding the amulet in his hands. His head is down. And you're fairly certain you can hear soft, but somehow still manly, very manly sobbing.
Oh yes, man.
I don't know how to sob in a Scottish accent, so I can't even.
Sob in a Scottish accent.
Just throw in some
Never
water
thought
now
I'd
and
hear
then.
that.
Sobbing in Scottish.
Keldor is just gonna sit there and not really say anything at first, and then he's like, "So, did you know who that?"
When you talk, he like jumps up and reaches for the hammer and goes, how fucking long have you been there?
Long enough.
He wipes his eyes, because he can't. It's kind of amusing. These glazed over, milky eyes, which can't like. He still wipes them, and he can't look directly at you, so it's really awkward. He's actually looking like slightly away from you, but he thinks he's trying to go by where your voice is, but he's kind of looking the wrong direction. And it's like, so what do you mean? Did you see it too?
Yes. If so.
Well, that's certainly, yeah. It's certainly a thing. I know what one would say. I know her really quite intimately, considering she's my wife.
Oh.
Well, to be, I mean, we were going to get married. Well, actually, no, we had just had the ceremony. Actually, that's why.
Oh yeah, that whole thing happened on your way.
Aye.
Oy. So I don't think we have any debate then. Oh, we'll have to go get her.
I mean, if you saw it, you know, like she's in a block of ice. She's probably dead. Like I don't know. I know nothing about magic, so I don't know if that's a thing that can be done. I don't know why this stupid fucking piece of shite jewelry, which I'm sure doesn't even look that nice. I don't know yet. Don't know why it showed me. And he throws the amulet across the wagon to the other side. And roll a reflex save for that. 14, yeah, you catch it. You just go. Yeah, it's fine. It's not like he was actively trying to be difficult. You just want to see if you failed.
Yeah.
Nat one.
Back to the water it goes.
Looking at the amulet, it's pretty fancy, right?
Oh, hell yeah. It's a gilded gold chain. Quite thick as well. Doesn't look like it'd be easily snatched off of somebody's neck or anything like that. And it leads down to a very central, deep red-looking gemstone. Something similar to a ruby. It's very nicely cut. And I don't want to give a number of sides. Like, a lot of very clear, defined cuts. Very solidly embedded in there as well.
Multifaceted.
Yeah, that's a word.
It's 2 words.
I'm just gonna look back at Angus and be like, well, if there's a chance she's alive, can't not do it.
What are we not doing?
I kind of start wandering over, covering the distance.
Yeah, that's fine. Want to know again, Keldor, please say you haven't fucked up, but
We might have an idea of where Kiss's wife is, and she may or may not be alive.
Wait, she didn't die in the city?
Apparently not, because when we touched this amulet, it showed her frozen on a mountaintop. Is that correct?
well, kind of. I mean, it was there was mountains, but there was also ruins, and then it was like through a whole like big abandoned castle thing, and then there was this great big wall of ice.
Wait a second. Could that castle have been the castle? Your castle?
The ruins, you mean?
You mean Dundee?
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't get a real good look at it, but could have been. But Dundee's not next to a mountain; it's near a river.
That's
So
true.
unless someone can like move entire buildings and whatnot.
Did you recognize any of the peaks? Did I recognize any of the peaks?
That would be a knowledge geography, if you've got it.
Do I have it? Oh, I do.
Woo!
You have knowledge geography?
I have a bunch of random knowledges. I have Arcana, Geography, and Nobility. For some odd reason.
Wow.
Oh, and
Nice.
Nature.
Yeah, if you want to
Yeah, I
roll
don't know.
knowledge geography 6. I mean, Fife is literally surrounded by mountains. That could be anywhere.
I'm just like looking at the amulet. Not looking at it, glaring at it. And just like, show me.
Almost as if
again, you
attempts to
screw
shake it
off.
and start going, do a thing.
Yeah.
Fuck, these triangles all look the same.
Yeah. And as you look at it, Angus, he tries to like stand himself up straight. You can tell that whatever he's been doing in this time, he has been severely upset by this, and you know he kind of stands up and rolls his shoulders back and tries to be like, no, I'm a real man. I'm a tough guy. I'm not sad.
Lame.
And he goes, well, obviously we've got lots of different things to be getting on with. Primarily, going and killing that bastard. That's number one, if I'm honest. I also know we've got to go find a dragon to, like, bless my hammer. So there's that.
What we were told is to find the amulet. Why were we supposed to find the amulet?
Well, when we were reading the all the things back in Scarfell and all that good stuff, the amulet was apparently wielded by one of the great heroes, and it's supposed to give you additional powers whilst wielding the hammer. But, you know, it's not the full powers. It's only some of the powers. It's all the whole thing. But it's supposed to be a representation of true justice. So take that as you will, I guess.
Seems like Dundee could use a little bit of justice right about now.
Too fucking right.
Have you put the
Well-
amulet on?
No, I've been sat here crying like a little baby.
Dude, you seriously just saw your wife and captured an ice. If you didn't cry, I'd call you a soulless bastard.
Oh, aye. That would be what I'd be. But
And I hand him back the amulet, and I'm like, crying doesn't make you.
well,
It does, however, make you less hydrated.
well, I don't know. I mean, I fully recognize that crying is. I've heard it described as all kinds of things. I remember one of my old masters back when I was training to be a great warrior. He used to tell me that tears was weakness leaving the body. So I think he
Pretty
just
sure
used
that
that as an
was
excuse
sweat.
to slap me around.
I was told it was blood.
I just look at it and I'm like, oh,
I'm waiting
yeah,
for someone to
it's
jump
just
in, like,
you.
oh, that's a different bodily fluid.
It's just you. Okay. Well, try putting the amulet on. Maybe it'll do something. Oh, kid, can you do detect magic right now?
Give me a moment. Let me feel it in my brain.
Can you even feel it in your brain as buzzed as you are?
I can't fucking understand exactly how it works. All I know is that I've already done it today, so I don't think I can do it again. We can
Genfrey
just
pops
test
his
it.
head up and goes, we're talking about magic. Don't know if you know this, guys. I'm actually pretty good at magic.
No, we're not talking about magic, N3. We're talking about beers.
Do you want a beer? I've got beers.
Yes, I do want a beer.
Genfrey reaches into his oversized backpack and pulls out what appears to be like a mug with a nice frothy head on it, and he hands it to Flick.
Wow. I wasn't expecting a mug.
I told you I'm good at magic.
I'm like, okay, magic boy, tell me what this is.
Okay then. Genfrey rolls his shoulders back, cracks his fingers, wiggles them a little bit, and goes, well. So now
I don't know, I don't have a spell.
So, it's an amulet. And, it's real good at helping its wearer seek justice.
Literally, that's all you're getting from it?
Here, let me see it. We already saw what this thing that was wearing it did. So let's just imitate that and see what happens.
I am not stabbing you, kid.
No, just give it here. I'm already plenty
Kid,
hurt from this thing.
you put the amulet on?
Oh, no, I'm not going to put it on.
Oh, okay.
No, that's not how it was. No.
Oh, you're going to eat it?
He's going to put it in his mouth, yeah. That's where it was.
Stop.
I walk up to him and whack him on the back of the head and say, no.
No.
Well, what I was also going to say, guys, is...
Tastes like whale spit.
The hyena man starts to gag a little.
Justice is actually... it's a very strange concept, not just, like, ethically and morally, but also magically, if I'm totally honest, because the concept of it is severely warped by each and every individual's own perception of what it is to be right and just. So, arguably, the amulet, if it embodies justice, as it so seems to be, or at least allows its possessor to achieve such a thing, if, let's say, a great big scary nasty fish thing had it, and it perceived that it had been trapped and treated badly by the world and its own existence, it would be justified in killing everything. And so it would give it an ability to do that, kind of,
So what you're saying is this thing, and I look at the amulet way more cautiously now, just provides power.
Yeah, pretty much.
To whatever cause that person or thing.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like all magical things, whilst the actual ability and use of the arcane weave that threads through the known universe, obviously it is infinite, but to try and tap into it and have access to it is something we can only do in small aspects. So, And then when you take, we can only use certain amounts of it, and then you try and imbue that into an individualistic object to permanently have that resonance? Yeah, that's the word. To have that resonance. It probably can't do it very often. Maybe once a day, or even less. I don't know. We'd have to find out, really.
Boy, it's so much easier if just order.
So what we're thinking of now is that Keldor needs to use the amulet in some way because he's going to be the probably most effective person.
Why me?
Simply put, you've got like an unnecessary amount of rules that just determine how you act and behave. So it sounds like this thing would love you.
The kid, you've made a very common misconception. Law, and subsequently order, is not the same as justice. They very easily get confused. I mean, quite frankly, anybody could use this and achieve some great power.
That's what I was saying. It would be much easier if it was just an order amulet. That would be easier.
Okay.
The issue is...
I think that's called a collar.
Just flick. The issue is, if someone's view of justice gets skewed tremendously, it could be incredibly even to themselves.
Oh yeah, it's all a bit alarming, really.
Right, just
Whoever made this was, well, quite frankly, probably very arrogant.
Yeah, I would say so.
If not bordering on pious.
Pious and arrogant, they're a bit different.
Well, no, I'm more saying pious in such a way that they believe that their version of justice was so absolute that they needed a way of bolstering such a thing.
So you're saying this amulet is basically a ticking
time? Yeah, kinda. Like,
what's a ticking time bomb? Why did I say that?
It's like leaving a bit of... Look, no, it's like when the cat vomits on the floor and you just don't pick it up, you're going to step on it eventually, and then your sock gets wet.
What's a sock?
So this is the metaphorical cat vomit right now.
Yes, that works. Better than whatever a time bomb is. And I pick up the amulet and have it on a twig. Like I'm refusing to touch it at this point.
I just had it in my mouth. Give it here. It's not going to hurt you.
Are you sure about that?
I hold my tongue out and see if there's anything that indicates that my tongue is turning black or something.
Aside from the oversized, deep black jewel you have in your mouth, no. Your tongue has not changed color.
Okay.
Wait, you said that this thing could probably use roughly once a day?
That's a guess. If it was any more than that, it would have to have been someone more powerful than any known mortal being who made it. So,
considering the origins of this is possible. However, it was used today already.
By something that's not Angus, which is very important for us.
Angus, what's your idea of justice? We're all bickering over here in the corner with Angus just sitting there blind.
Yeah. Angus kind of sits and goes, well, justice. I mean, personally, right now, what I'd perceive as being very just is probably verging on vengeance, specifically towards that bastard. And I'm assuming it's the same piece of shite that's got my wife sealed up as an ice cube somewhere.
Seems like a safe assumption.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, his wife's as an ice cube, and he's in the mountains somewhere, and it'd be nice if we could figure out where. but I'm not sure
I
how.
mean, well, at least she's safe till then.
We're not sure if she's actually.
Unless the
Well, it
sun
doesn't matter.
comes out.
I mean, she's trapped in ice, right?
Aye.
Well, that means potentially nothing can get at her.
Or it means she's already dead. Or
Well,
that she's slowly dying minute by minute, hour by hour, as the cold slowly rots away at her very existence.
Yeah, don't think about that one.
Too late. I might need to have to go and have another day.
And I just
Eliza.
like grab one of the random kegs of ale that's still sitting around and in his hands.
Eliza. Eliza, how permanent is death?
As far as I know, death is pretty solid. I know there's some people who talk about ways to, come back and not be like a scary zombie thing, or like a moving skeleton. But you'd have to be quite powerful. I mean, I'm fairly powerful, but I'm not quite there. Maybe in a few more levels I can do something.
Levels.
What are levels?
Oh, she pulls out a little charter of her clerical order. See, right now I'm at level 6.
Oh my god.
And what that means is, if I play really, really nicely to the triad, they can grant me any one of these spells.
Have you tried going outside that list and just praying for something random?
You mean not following the established rules and hierarchy?
Yes,
Yeah.
that is what he's saying.
Oh no.
Like, let's put it like this. A month ago, my ability to... hold up. I have to figure out what spells Kid has today to use for demonstration.
His ability to hold up is unmatched.
Oh, yes. My ability to... I flare flick. I cast flare and flick. My ability to do that is considered legal. So... exactly what is stopping you? Will the gods get upset if you ask them for something different? If you just go up to them and say, "What else you got?"
Well, maybe that's just a wee bit rude, isn't it? I mean, come on, that's not how things are done. That'd be like going into a library, and when you go to return a wee book, you don't file it away properly. So all of a sudden you've got nature books and children's sections and everything. If you don't follow the rules, how is there?
I made a spell today that creates arms out of the side of me. Do you think anyone has ever thought to themselves, "Yeah, let's do that"?
Well, somebody did.
I mean, I'm very confused. And
Okay, let's put it like this. We're gonna have a fundamental discussion on the nature of magic. Kid says magic with a French accent. Okay.
Magic.
So let's look at the people, because we got a lot of us who can use magic, and because of that, one of us is blind.
Angus sits there and nods grumpily.
Which, by the way, this might be a good idea to not make this in the future, so that whenever something is an illusion, you can maybe tell a bit more readily.
I didn't see any of you know it was an illusion before I went and missed it.
A lot of us had made our own illusions, so it was very possible.
Whatever.
Oh, need this crap.
But no, looking at
Yeah,
this,
Mom.
Baco just makes stuff happen. I can't do that, so I have to use a book. Primrose sings and stuff happens. And
I just
you
point my
pray for
shooty
stuff
stick
to
and
happen.
stuff happens, and I fire magic missiles.
Exactly. And you just heard Genthry describe this. It's like a cosmic knot or something that goes through and attempts to get into the big druid tree that we were talking about before. And so once it all comes through together like this, it's just us tugging on its strings to get the part that we want it to work. So at the end of the day, how is it fundamentally different what you do from what I do? We both spend an hour and we both manage to get a whole bunch of stuff, except I can't get as many things as you do.
This is you making things clearer, right?
I'm attempting to. Let's put it like this.
Genfrey puts his hand up. Like, he doesn't say anything. He just stands there with his hand slightly raised.
Genthry will agree with me.
No, you cannot go to the bathroom.
Oh, no, it's fine. I did that earlier.
Detention.
Oh. Again?
Bad flick. Whack.
Hey,
I
I
mean,
thought that's what you do at school. You go to detention, right?
Who says we're in school? I hated school.
I don't know. I've never been to
What
a
the
school.
fuck is school?
Something you wouldn't like.
Schools where you learn stuff.
You can learn
Oh,
outside
like how
of
to
school.
spell by looking at signs?
Anyways, get three.
Kinda.
What were you saying?
Well, kid, to clarify for you, Eliza, if you don't mind. Oh no, it's fine. You can probably do a better description than I can anyway. Oh yeah, it's good. Do you have anything to say about Angus? No, I don't have a fucking word. What about you, Ernst? What the fuck would I get?
No, Oots is like raging drunk by the fire. He didn't even walk over. He's just, like,
Well,
passed
actually,
out.
I might have some words to say. Oh no, there's too many voices. Half of you leave. Specifically, the people who all seem to have a somewhat similar voice, just in different pitches. Yeah, you lot, fuck off. And a bunch of people disappear.
They don't walk away. They just like turn around and then disappear,
Better do what he says, guys, and they just
like
fly away.
NPCs fading out.
So, intrinsically, whilst kid, yes, you are correct. Those of us who access the arcane weave, which is a metaphysical theoretic. It's a theory. No one can really prove it, because anybody who can is probably dead, and not like the bad kind of dead. Like they just got bored and stopped being alive here and went to heaven, or one of the heavens. But that's getting into a whole different thing when we start talking about different planes of reality and existence.
Well, that sounds exactly like what Eliza's trying to say.
So
Maybe we should get into that.
But basically, what people, because there are two ways to do the magic. You know, like what you and me do. We write stuff down, and what Varco does, he just does it because he's like really cool. And then our two bards, they do music, and it happens. What we are doing is we are accessing the arcane. This is something that exists throughout the universe in all realms of existence. It
Have you
doesn't.
been to them all?
No, but I read about it in a book.
Oh.
Flip switches back to his flask.
So, that's what we do. This thing, it doesn't have a master. It doesn't have somebody who made it. Many people believe it has always existed, and it will always exist. Some people believe that is why, worlds were created, and other people believe the worlds created it. It's all a bit strange and wibbly wobbly, if I'm honest, because
Timey-wimey?
no, time's a different thing. Don't get me started on timing. Yeah. People who mess around with time don't get it. Don't get it. But anyhow, and then what the other type you can do of magic, we call it divine. And what you do with divine magic is it's not your power. You aren't tapping into an existing source. Basically, let's call it let's use a metaphor of like a well. So what you and me do, kid, is we go to a well, we swing our own personal bucket in, and then we go, oh hey, look, I got some magic. What other people do, so what Eliza does, and what all the druidy type people did. We had one of them back at Scarfell. What they do is they don't go and just take a swing out of the public bucket, which anybody can go up to and access. They go to a specific well. They go to a divine source, whether that be a god, or a demon, or a devil, or a metaphysical concept like nature, or things like that. Some people really, really, really like fire, and so they use the concept of fire, and they pay reverence to it, and then the concept of fire gives them powers. And we call this divine because it comes from a specific source. Usually, like for most people, like a god or something.
I divine the drink.
See, that's actually not too big of a thing. If they're all just drawing it from their own,
No,
they're all just
you're
drawing it
supposed
from
to
their
catch
own
it.
separate well, then what happens if they go to another well?
That's a
Are we
good
trying
point.
to say that there's only one well on the divine side of town?
No. There's lots of them. In fact, there's loads of them. Like, arguably an infinite number of wells for them. But if you try and go to a different one, you might upset the person who's been letting you take from their well for so long. They've been essentially giving you free water, and all you've had to do is go, please and thank you. If you all of a sudden go, I don't want your water no more, I want theirs, they might get angry at you.
Yeah, I knew a girl that did that once.
Still use water?
Yeah, she was really picky about it too. She didn't want me to drink from anybody else's water.
Oh, God.
We lived on the streets. Water was hard to come by. She had
So-
clean rain buckets. We all drank her water.
Okay.
That sounds dirty.
So, given some things work for some people and some things
kidding,
work for
Jumpy.
others, then why, Kid says, going over and picking up Angus's hammer from next to him, why the hell does this only work for him?
Well, we don't know if it only works for him. But there'll be a criteria set on it. I don't know if you've heard of these things, but like exclusive clubs. You need to match a certain thing to be allowed in, and so when we access certain types of magic and do certain things, take for example the amulet right there. Anybody can pick that up and use it because it's got a very open door. You want justice, whack on the amulet, it'll help you get justice. The hammer is a bit more picky. It will only accept certain types of people, I'm guessing. Somebody.
Yo, you have your detect magic up. Still, look at the hammer.
Yep, that's a hammer. It's pretty glorious. Yeah, it's almost full of glory. So
here's the
if I had to
question.
summarize it, it would be a hammer of glory.
Okay. So here's the question. Can you lie?
I don't think you can lie to something bigger on a higher
Oh, you totally can. It's just a very bad idea because if they find out, you're dead.
Yeah. It's probably quite hard to lie to something on a higher level of existence than us. That'd be like.
No, I'm lying to a hammer.
But the hammer has got the power of a higher up creature. Whether it was made by, a wizard like us, or it was granted by a god, I don't know. But whatever it is now more than any mortal that created or wielded it. So to lie to it, that would be the equivalent of like a dog, or something less than a dog, because dogs are nearly people. It'd be like a bug trying to lie to you. Like a little worm. It'd be like one of them worms trying to lie to you and to convince you that it's not just a pathetic worm.
But if it told me that it knew where the best dirt was, I would believe.
Flick says from a mile away for some reason. Okay. So the only thing we know about this hammer is that it wants someone with a heart of steel, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
And it doesn't like me, apparently.
Well, maybe it just doesn't believe that you have noble intentions for it. I mean, okay, Angus, you want to use this hammer to smite down the evil man who destroyed your kingdom.
That's not entirely true. When he was under fish control, he had directed that at us.
Oh, this is true, but we've no idea what would have happened if he hit anybody, did you? Because he didn't.
Okay.
Whether or not he would have been able to, and who knows?
Okay. Angus, what do you think whenever you're about to use that?
Well, what I was thinking when I was charging up to that big fish was, this fella is my enemy, and I'm gonna smash it. I'm gonna break its face, and job's a good one.
Okay. Let's see. If this thing can't be lied to, maybe it can be convinced. I'm going to find a stump. And I'm going to hold the hammer in my hands.
Okay.
I'm going to think to myself, this thing is my enemy, and I'm going to break its face. And that last part.
And job's a good one.
And job's a good one.
Smack it!
I'm going to just kind of grip it tighter, like, I'm not asking you to do anything. I just really fucking hate that stump.
Okay. Aside from what you are currently thinking, what in Kid's heart of hearts, in the innermost core of himself, what is the ultimate quest that Kid hopes to achieve? Like, what is the ultimate goal in Kid's life?
Figure out where the hell I need to be.
That stump killed my family.
Yeah, unfortunately, when you go to give it a swing, you swing, you whack, it just feels like a regular hammer.
All right. Keldor, I'm going to toss the hammer at him at this point. You give it a try.
Okay. I walk up to the stump.
Now you have to... No, I'm going to give you some coaching on this one.
I just swing at the stump.
No, you got to do it with feeling. That is hitting something with a weapon. You've done that before. But the weapon is not what kills people. You're the one who kills people.
Basic training.
Exactly. Now I want you to take all that basic training, and I want you to realize that this stump right here is literally the worst person you've ever met. He can be whatever the hell you want him to be because it's not actually alive. Now, I'm very used to this. I'm very used to someone pointing at something and say, go get it, because it's going to kill you. You need to do the same. The stump is not technically alive, so this will not violate any code. So
Okay.
please, strike this thing down.
Wait. And I run up, and I use my body to block what I'm doing, and I grab a bunch of little pebbles, and I make a little angry face on the stump, and then I go, there, and I run out of the frame.
There you go.
Laugh and then strike it down on it.
Keldor, same question to you as I asked Kid. In the innermost core of your being, what is the ultimate goal that Keldor wishes to achieve?
In Keldor's heart of hearts, the thing that he most wishes to achieve, he wishes to protect all that he sees.
As you... I'm assuming you're doing a downward smack. Yeah. As you swing the hammer down, it starts to emit a faint light as it swings, and as it makes contact with the stump that you have designated as your enemy, at first it feels like quite a normal, like what you would expect. Like, you've swung many weapons, you've probably swung hammers around. But then, as it connects, you feel an additional push of force that drives deeper, almost as if this hammer was designed to destroy this stump. The little pebbles on it crack and turn to dust. The stump splits down the middle, like, in multiple directions. Like, you whacked it in the perfect place to whack the stump. It splits into several parts, and the ground around it even breaks a little bit as you do it. And you kind of go, that was a hard swing, but not that hard.
Damn, you really hated that stump.
No, actually, I didn't. I didn't even think about any of that.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Flick. And I toss it to
All right.
Flick.
Ah!
Flick, do you know how to use the hammer?
I jump out of its way and let it hit the ground, and then I will attempt to pick up the handle.
Yeah, you can do that. If you're going to try and slap something with the hammer, Flick, I do have the exact same question for you.
Well,
What is your...
before that, do I have to roll to pick it up? How heavy is it?
Weirdly enough, when you go to pick this thing up... Well, actually, let's see something.
Okay.
I still kind of need your answer, like, to the... What is the thing that Flick wants more than anything? Like...
Oh, he wants his family back.
Yeah. When you pick the hammer up, it feels really light. In fact, as you pick it up,
Yeah.
It looks as if it visibly gets a little bit smaller and more capable for you to wield it.
Welcome to well, Flick.
And the exact same thing happens when you smack it down. You slam it down on the broken tree stump, and okay, it's not as strong as Keldor's because Keldor is physically stronger than you.
Yeah.
But it does the equivalent amount of damage for somebody of your level of personal strength. You know, it's big. It's like,
So
wow.
the stump actually goes back together a little bit, what you're saying. Appropriate to my level of strength.
Well, that's the thing. Like, even though you can't swing a hammer particularly well,
Yeah.
and you know that, you know you're not you don't fight people fairly.
He swings it like an old lady with a broom at a cat. Like.
Yeah. So you kind of go, yeah. But as it connects, it does that same thing. It drives a little bit further. A little bit of magical energy is kind of given off of it, and it goes.
Wow. So, Wait, I can do this, but the king can't do this?
Kid can't do this, no.
Did you say the king or kid?
I said the king.
King
But-
can do it.
The prince.
He's
Yeah,
effectively
Angus
the
kind of-
king.
Prince has been doing it.
Yeah, Angus looks at us. Have you not been watching when I whack things?
Kid's
No,
not
I don't
doing
look
it.
at you a lot.
Well, currently, I don't look up anything a lot.
Yeah, that's totally true. Can we like fix that?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's late. We should probably sleep.
I mean, I wouldn't want to be blind. That seems terrible.
I certainly wouldn't want to be blind. Primrose, how could
Are
you
you
have done
making,
such
like-
a thing?
Shadow puppets on the prince's face.
He is stood there not reacting even a little bit.
It quickly becomes not fun because it's not bugging him. So
Okay, we're about at the time for go and take a quick break. Well, we're actually on past when we normally would because we were having a very fun scene. So, you guys have learnt, if anything, Kid probably feel. Well, I don't know how Kid feels about himself. Like everybody else seems capable of using this, but the hammer just doesn't seem to like you.
yeah, none of us have really been able to put together what the trigger is. It's just...
Just
So now you all need
Clover's
to figure out like
whack.
what's the difference between us and Kid.
Did it like talk to you and did you like be yourself or something?
I don't know. I just thought what the prince told me to think, and I swung, and it just didn't work.
I don't
Interesting.
know.
Well,
I don't.
I'm going to bed. We can figure this out tomorrow morning.
When we can all see.
Yes.
Okay, so with that. Sorry, what were you trying to paint there, Kid?
I have it in the...
It's right underneath it.
Dumbass hammer made of shit.
You have mistaken your art supplies for actual shit.
I like to imagine you've very quickly drawn a really bad little doodle. The kind
It's
of
one those
thing.
intentionally bad. Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, one of those things like school children draw in the back of their butt. And no one can really tell what it is, but you know what it is. No, it's a shit hammer. Everyone else goes, Kid, have you just drawn a dick? No, it's a hammer! Okay, so guys, we're going to have a quick break, so all of our lovely players can go and grab drinks or go to the bathroom, or like me, go and smoke. So we'll be back in a couple of minutes. Stay tuned until then. Alrighty, well, welcome back, everybody, and welcome to the party. Hey, before we jump right back in, do you like this stuff? Do you think it's fun? Did you know you can donate stuff, specifically bits, when you're watching here on Twitch, and they will cause us to react appropriately. For minor changes to affect any game that is going on for 500 bits, you can make that happen. If you want to give someone a crit, or if it's Shadowrun, give them extra edge, or anything that the person running the game deems as, yes, that is a minor, like lesser way to affect the game. I allow that. And for 1,000 bits, you can affect in a major way. So an instant short rest, or recover spell slots, or so on and so forth. It varies from like Dungeon Master to Dungeon Master. But if you are active in the chat and say, hey, I would like this to happen, someone is normally reading the chat. I mean, I've got it up right now, and I'll look and go, oh, hey, you want a dragon to appear? We can make that happen if you give us 1,000 bits. And a dragon appear. Like, anything that you think could make a game interesting or different, or just mix things up a little bit. Also, for every month you subscribe here to Welcome to the Party, you get a free natural 20, or crits, depending on the game system, to give to any player or DM of your choice. So, hey, you wanna make a game more interesting, you wanna help out your favorite player, you wanna ruin the DM's big evil bad guy, or you want to kill a player because you really don't like them, give them crits to the DM. Anything can happen, and you can make it happen if you are so inclined. So, with all of that, we have decided as a group it's probably best that everyone takes a good long rest. So everyone's going to go get some good sleepy sleeps. Before we do that, quick fire if anybody wanted to do anything before going to sleep. Primrose, was there anything you specifically wanted to do before going to sleep?
Regret my life choices. That's basically it.
That's just every day, though, isn't it?
I mean, speak for yourself, but yes.
I do. Okay. Everybody else, you're all in the same place. When Caldor said, I'm going to sleep, did anybody go, I'm going to go and...
I go off into the woods, and as I...
You go off into the woods.
Yeah.
Go into the woods.
Not like off into the woods. I go like 30, 40 feet off the edge. And see everybody clearly and throw my daggers. General arc of not directly.
Yeah, just get a quick little bit of dagger practice in. Throwing, stabbing, all that good stuff. Like,
yeah, mostly like throwing.
Yeah, that's 100% cool. Kid, you doing anything specific or going, hey, sleep sounds awesome?
Kid is fairly injured, and I think that's going to catch up with him right now.
Yep. Zendrix, is there anything you would like to specifically do before getting a good rest?
No.
Alrighty then. So, you all get a good rest, you all wake up. Genfrey is outside cooking food. First thing Eliza does upon waking up, she would have still gone and slept next to Primrose, but it wouldn't have been as cuddly and as pleasant as it has been up until this point. You know, she's a little bit... She doesn't, like, hate you. She doesn't, like... But she's a little distant from you, Primrose. Not excessively so. More like you were drunk and you did some stupid stuff, and okay, I'm going to be a bit moody with you until you're proper.
I mean, who said Primrose in the tent?
But the first thing Eliza does is she goes up to Angus and she cures his blindness. So that's done. Angus is no longer blind.
Yay!
Was he awake when it happened?
Yes.
Okay.
Then just go, oh my god, I'm awake, I can see things. That would have been freaky.
That would have been great.
Real quick, turn into a giant leaf.
So,
Somehow his vision is even better than before.
looking
nearsighted
at
the entire
our
time.
list, like our initiative list for deciding who gets the spotlight, all of that was technically under Keldor's go. So that would bring us next to Flick. Is there anything in any interactions you would like to go and specifically do and have for yourself?
Not. Yeah, I don't know. I'd rather just move on to someone else's turn at the moment. I don't have anything that's drawn me.
Yeah, that's 100% cool. So, Primrose, who has been oh so lovely and polite and patient whilst a lot of that nonsense was going on. Let's focus on you. You wake up in the morning and you first thing you notice is that whilst yes, Eliza did share a tent with you, she was very quick to get up and like she didn't want to have a nice cuddle in the morning and goes like, no, morning, I'm up, I'm out, and kind of just left you there on your own. Like it wasn't in an aggressive way, but it certainly wasn't as kind and cuddly and pleasant as every other morning for the two.
Well, now everyone knows what our mornings are like. Oh gosh. Found out.
Kid's up studying his spells. He says, "What? Y'all aren't sparring this morning?"
Is that what you think sparring is, cuddling?
It's like
That's what he
grappling,
thinks
right?
cuddling is.
You know, you kind of lay there and you like grab each other.
Oh god.
The other guy holds you down.
At the end, both people come out sweating.
There's a lot of grunting and you're a little bit sweaty, and one of you feels maybe some shame in some way, shape, or form.
I assume that was the loser.
Yeah, that's what I call having sex too.
So Primrose. What would you like to do? How are you feeling this morning? Where are you going? What are you doing? What's on your mind?
Personally, crawling in a hole and dying. That's besides the point. Jesus Christ, dude. Okay. Anyway. I really should be drunk at sometimes. We have to have these proper discussions. Primrose feels that they deserve this kind of treatment, so they're not going to say anything about it. They're just going to busy themselves by doing their hair, braiding it, and putting the flowers in.
Yeah. As you are doing this, Eliza will look over to you and kind of give like a half smile, like not like a beaming. There's like it's okay. There's not like we haven't broken up. I don't hate you. It's like a half smile, like and she looks as if she's about to approach you with like a little plate of breakfast.
Okay. Well, let's make things fun, shall we? Is Kid awake?
I would assume so.
Okay. Primrose is okay. Which side of Primrose is Eliza approaching?
Let's arbitrarily say the left.
Okay, that actually works out pretty well. That's their blind side. So, Prim will abruptly stand after putting the last flower in. Announce awkwardly, I'm gonna go punch Fick in the punch. I can't word today.
I was about to say, what words were those? I thought my screen was like, oh my god, I'm either going to have to pretend I understood that or ask Rebecca to repeat it.
Just having a stroke, it's fine.
No big deal.
You're old.
Anyway.
Quick, roll for stroke. That's probably really... no.
Anyway,
strokes are serious and should be treated serious.
Yes, anyway. Jesus Christ. That's what I was saying.
You get up abruptly, that's what you just said.
Yeah, I got up abruptly. What they were going to say before I just died inside, I guess. Malfunction. I'm now a war of words. That's canon. I'm gonna
Turns
go.
out Primrose is. Sorry, go.
No, go.
It turns out Primrose has actually been the robot in disguise the entire time.
I am part of Kevin. Yeah, Primrose will abruptly stand, and awkwardly say, "I'm gonna go punch Kid in the face."
Eliza will kind of look at it and go, "Oh, I thought you would have wanted to." No, that's fine. We can talk later.
I bring up the left side because that's Prim's blind side. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Anyway.
yeah, you get up, you cross over to Kid. I'm assuming Kid doing your basic morning routine of whatever that happens to be.
Currently studying a spellbook.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, Prim will stop next to. It's like, hey,
Yes.
Yeah?
I need to punch something. Are you available?
I say, looking down at my book and also the position of the sun. Give me 5 minutes.
Oh God.
If you need something, though, the stump over there has been really accepting of any sort of abuse.
I think it's actually kind of into it.
It might be.
The pebbles which had been arranged on the stump previously, instead of now being a frowny face, kind of now have formed like a winky face.
Where's Durotera?
At this moment, Durotera, you just hear her speak. I'm right here. I've been like right behind you this entire time, apparently.
Oh jeez. Okay. Oh.
Don't
I
you
can't
think
see it.
that
happening.
all species and always exist and always don't exist?
I'm wherever I need to be, quite frankly.
Schrodinger's NPCs.
Well, it catches Prim off guard because she's half blind. They're half blind, so they don't know what side we're sync up on them or not. It's like, what? Okay. There's something there.
Well, so you want to punch something? I'm good to go.
Oh, my goodness. God, Prim's being so awkward. Oh.
We've gotten used to it.
Channeling all my awkwardness. This is more awkward than normal. I hope you know this.
Oh yeah, this is most definitely more awkward than usual. So, to make things easy, we can roll dice, or we can just talk about like describing it. And okay, yeah.
Wait, is Primrose getting the only other girl in the party right now?
I don't know what Primrose is going to be doing with Durotara, but like Durotara is just going to like. Yeah.
To be fair, Zendrix is also there.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah, it's true. I keep forgetting that. I am immune to remembering that as well as Flick's class, apparently.
I don't know, Cradle Robber, you want to go for the elf too?
What?
So, Primrose, you and Duratara start sparring. Yeah, it's pretty much what you'd expect. You are slightly better than you have been previously at this kind of thing, but obviously Duratara, like on the whole, is more capable than you, and probably dodges quite a few things, blocks, and eventually at one point will block an attack and throw you into like a grapple of some sort. And whilst holding you in this grapple, she's just kind of look at you and be like, "So, what's up with you and Miss? I'm sorry, I've not gone around learning names yet. Bun, tight ass. What's going on there?" And with that, she'll like let go of the arm, kind of let you stand back up and get back into sparring position.
Wait, what did Duratara just call Eliza?
Duratara says Eliza's got a tight ass.
I was actually saying she is a tight ass. I have not really been paying much attention to the tightness of anyone's posterior personally. But I guess I could. If I'm going to start traveling with y'all, might as well. Anyway, that's a private thought.
Speaking from posterior height, let's just back in it.
Flick, I'm assuming you're just sat here watching these two people punch each other. We found Flick's kink.
No, this is a spectator sport, man.
Lesbians twice his size beating each other up. Yeah, that's totally Flick's kink.
Duratara's your size.
Right.
No.
We've got a real David and Goliath thing going on here.
Yeah.
Primrose Primrose will gonna blush a little bit at that statement of what Duratara said. Like, you may be my teacher, but no.
That's how he becomes the naughty teacher.
I don't know what you think y'all is getting from me right at this second. I was merely inquiring as to the fact that your lady friend seemed to be in a huff with you.
I mean, I guess so.
Is it a serious thing?
I don't know.
The hoof. I assume y'all is serious. I mean, why the heck else would y'all be like trying to hold hands and all that? Like, I'm sorry, affection ain't really my thing. So I don't get it personally. But
I can't decide. Oops, sorry.
That's fine. Duratara was trailing off.
I can't decide if Prim is more focused or distracted to fight. Roll for it. Why not?
Yeah, just give a roll. Roll roll any dice and we'll just do a 50-50 split. So D2, a D4, a D6, and we'll say odds are one way, evens the other.
Even we didn't decide. What did you say? What did you just say?
I just said odds are one, evens are the other. So let's say odds were distracted, evens are focused. There, done.
Okay.
And yep, you got a 2. So you're more focused. So how do you perceive Primrose's reacting space? Like choosing to just ignore it and that, or this is making her like more aggressive and now I'm gonna punch harder, or
Yeah. Basically more everything. More awkward, more aggressive, more.
Alrighty.
More stressed out.
What is the saving throw? Because as a level 1 monk, you get the choice between 2 feats, don't you? Between Stunning Fist and improve grapple. And you went for stunning fist, didn't you?
Yes.
What is the difficulty of the saving throw for that?
It's a good question. I have no idea.
Let me double check that. I have not made the macro yet. Stunning fist is the hell is it? 10 plus half your character level plus your wisdom modifier.
Okay, so that'll be 10 plus 3. What's your wisdom modifier?
I'll tell you in a moment.
I want to say it's pretty damn good.
I think it's 2, maybe 3.
It
Definitely not
is
bad.
2.
Okay, so 15. So, the way I perceive this, and anyone can turn around and go, no, that's fucking stupid. That in this distraction, well, not distraction, sorry, extreme focus, I like to believe that you would go for a punch and it would inadvertently be a stunning blow. So what I'm going to have Duratara do is I'm going to have her roll. Let's see. Oh, no, she's absolutely fine. But she knows that that's what you were going for. You were going for like a good, solid gut punch. And it knocks her back. It wins Duratara, and she goes, whoo! Someone is trying to work out some stuff. Okay. And she'll stand up, dust her hands off, and go, I think that might be enough sparring, like with physical things. I mean, if y'all wants to sit down and have like a verbal spar, sorry, I forgot the word for conversation. That one. If y'all ever wants to just sit and talk, figure out what your feelings, what is whatever. I mean, chances are I'll probably make fun of you for it. But if it gets it off your chest, then we can all get over ourselves and keep on moving, I guess.
See, here's the problem with this whole scenario. I have no idea how to handle this. This is outside of my realm. I don't know how couples work.
Well, what are you perceiving is currently going on right now?
Well, Prim knows that Eliza doesn't like hate her or anything. We've already established that. But Prim was just felt awkward about yesterday because they remember some of the words they said. Well, it's a little hazy. They remember. That makes them annoyed and self-conscious and like, oh God, what did I say that for?
Okay, well, basically, what Duratara is doing at this moment is she is offering, like, hey, if you want to sit and talk about it, maybe I can give you some advice, maybe I can tell you that you've been stupid, maybe I can tell you something you can do and say, like, do you want some help, or do you think you got this?
Speaking from myself, I think Primrose would be too embarrassed to talk about what they said. I don't.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, that's 100% absolutely fine. Durataro just kind of looking at him. See, from what I can perceive from the whole thing, basically, y'all don't even need to talk about what it is you said or how you said it or why you said it. I think so long as you acknowledge that it probably was a little bit, was, I don't know, just weird. Say sorry, kiss, make up, done. It don't need to be a thing. The more you don't address the situation, the worse it's probably gonna get. Because while you're in this weird, like, you're forgiven, but you haven't really apologized, but you feel bad, and you hate yourself, but you don't want to apologize in case you upset her. Like, it's all a whole big stupid mess, and quite frankly, y'all's is both being as dumb as each other. If you just said, "Hey, I'm sorry," she'd probably go, "Oh, that's okay. I know you didn't mean nothing by it. It's just a thing." And then, boom, done. Any awkwardness can just fuck right off.
Primrose feels annoyed now that they're getting lectured by someone younger than them, and they should be doing this role, not them. Not her.
I mean, hey, don't y'all be judging by my size or something. I'm 62 years old.
Someone's finally older than me.
I mean, in gnome years, I'm basically a teenager, but
Damn it.
I've still been alive longer than you.
Never mind. I think back what I said. I'm older. Old as dirt. God. Anyway, Primrose is gonna just kind of trail off and go back towards the fire pit or whatever is over there.
Yeah.
And, like,
which has still been burning the entire night through.
wherever Eliza is, I don't know where she is. She's
Yeah, Eliza sat down over there. She's still got a little plate of breakfast stuff for you. You know, she set it aside.
Primrose, you still want to... Oh.
What?
Still want to... Kid has finished his studying for the day. Really excited.
Kid, as you stand up and you're like, "Do you want?" They're tired of losing us. I'll kick your ass.
Yeah, fuck! I'll kick my own ass. Let's do this.
Okay, so we'll pick up on that scene in a moment.
Yes.
Primrose is just gonna, like, trounce back to the relegated fire, or the contained fire. Sit down awkwardly on one of the logs, I guess, and be like, "I have fought. I feel better now." Like, glance up at Eliza.
Yeah. When you say that, she'll kind of look. Oh, I didn't want you to like be angry at me or anything like that.
I'm not angry. I'm not angry.
Oh, when I came over with the breakfast, but it's fine. I understand it.
What came over with what? I didn't see that. I'm sorry.
Oh no! Did I approach you from your bad side?
Maybe.
Oh no! I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
It's so cute. Holy crap. They're just like both awkwardly standing there saying sorry like a bunch of times. They're like, "Ugh." That's really cute.
I mean, it's totally fine. You also you can slow down with your apologizing. I mean, not me personally, but I'm sure everyone's had a time where they drank too much and said something silly. I remember one of the nuns at the temple. She's really old. I can't remember her name. Like, she was a mother superior. I think Margaret, Mother Margaret or something. She always used to get way too drunk and say really really mean things to me, and to everybody, quite frankly. But drunk words aren't always sober thoughts, no matter what people say. Sometimes people just say stupid things, and that's okay. I mean, obviously, what you said upset me a wee bit, but not enough for me to hate you or nothing. It was just, ooh, I didn't expect you to say that.
Yeah, but I still upset you. That makes me uncomfortable.
If it's upsetting you, you don't really need to worry about it too much. It's just a wee thing, you know. I know you feel bad. I can see that you feel bad, and that's it. Really, you feel bad. I acknowledge it. We kiss and make up. And she looks awkwardly side to side and then up at you when she says the word kiss. Like, do we?
I can't tell if this is the. No, actually, no, it's not. Never mind. It's not. Never mind. Oh, my cat trying to do stuff. At that moment, Prim is gonna be like gonna look excited for a moment and just pull Eliza close and like cuddle in broad daylight, just like almost pick her up, if not pick her up. I guess I need to check for that.
No, that's fine. Yeah, you can do that easily. Yeah, you have a nice cuddle. It's pleasant. Everything seems good again. Is there anything else you would like to focus on, like something which is intrinsically, I want to do this thing now, or for me, for Primrose?
I mean, personally, I kind of want to pit. Kind of want to pit Primrose against Kid and Duraterra at the same time. But you know, that's just me.
Well, if you were to look over, we can jump over to Kid's scene, and of course you can jump right in and interrupt it whenever you feel. That's what these things are there for.
Surprise attack from behind! Knocks Kid out.
It might be.
So, Kid, you've just been given an offer. You'd be crazy to refuse. A small woman half your size just said, "Do you want me to kick your ass?"
And of course, that is precisely what needed to be said. Okay. I'm going to look at her as she's doing this. I'm going to start going over. We're going to stand next to the fire pit so that the heat's kind of bouncing off both of us.
Nice.
And I'm going to say, all right, you're the newest person here, so you get to make the rules. What we doing? What can I and can I not do?
Well, that's a very interesting question, because, I mean, I just saw you look sad when you looked like you was gonna get fat, but then you didn't. I just assumed you got a thing for being punched in the face.
Oh no, that's absolutely not in question here. My only thing is how.
Well, I was gonna curl my fingers into this thing called a fist, and then I was gonna punch you in the face. It's
Okay,
pretty simple, easily.
So you're gonna do everything you can. Am I allowed to do everything I can?
I mean, yeah. I mean, obviously we ain't trying to kill each other.
Yeah, sure.
So it's the
At
fire
that
on the
moment,
back.
meet Sprinkles, who's like he's stood by happily watching us. But other than that, yeah, we can knock 7 bells of shit out of each other for all I care. I mean, y'all can certainly try.
Okay, going non-lethal then. All right. Then in that case, I guess we'll make it a fist fight.
Sure, if y'all needs to be a pussy and get a long stick or some metal to hit on a small woman with, then fine. If y'all wants to be a real man and punch me in the face,
you'll sprout 2 arms out of the side and grow claws on each hand.
Duratara looks at that and goes, fuck. And that she'll wipe her nose and spit on the floor, roll her shoulders back and lift her fists up and be like, fucking bring it, bitch.
Well, we'll do the same. Kid's going to hold up 3 of his hands and just like beckon with 3 of them. With the other one held close to
Neither of them fight. They just stand there for an hour, like, come on, no, you, come on, no, you.
No, we're
come
two
on.
fighters testing each other's mettle.
Okay. Do you want to just describe, or do you actually want to start rolling dice for this?
Well, I haven't got the chance to test out some of the stuff for this one yet, so I'm okay with the rolling dice.
Let's
We are
roll
going
them
for
both.
non-lethal though, so we'll take a -4 on all of our attack rolls to make that so. Actually, she doesn't have to.
No, like she can use her fists as lethal weapons, but they are primarily non-lethal, aren't they?
Well, no, they are primarily lethal, but she can make them non-lethal for no penalty.
That's the one. Yeah. So, are you charging straight in? Are you trying to get the first hit? Are you fine taking the first hit? What?
I am waiting to see what she can do, because I've only seen her fight with hands. So I want her to be the first one. Walk into my domain with all the arms.
Yeah, she's gonna rush on over, jump up, and try and punch you in the face.
Is this a charge?
No, not charging. Just nat 1. Alrighty. So,
Come on, at least try to hit me.
since it's a nat 1 and they deserve punishment, Durataran's going to walk up very slowly, very smugly, kind of rock her neck side to side, jump up into the air, and it's a good solid jump, because for her to get to your face, she needs to jump like a good solid, like 3.5 feet into the air, and actually goes for the punch.
Can I catch her with all forearms?
Yeah. So you can count her as being grappled. No roll needed. Grappled.
Okay. So there's a thing about this. Can I non-lethally rend?
No, rend. I would say is lethal damage because you're literally tearing them apart.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll hold off on the rend then.
I mean, at any point, you can. The thing is, all she said is, we're not going to kill each other. So you can do lethal damage so long as you aren't actually trying to kill them long term. Like, you can go, I'm actually going to hurt you. I'm not pulling punches. I am going to hurt you. I will stab you.
Nah, I think the best thing I can do in this case, I caught her arm. As she's doing this, I am going to swing her around Mario style and throw her.
Yeah, that's a good solid hit. Where are you trying to throw it?
The
Like,
stump,
into the
the
fire?
stump,
Into
the
the fire,
stump.
not into the fire. I'm gonna throw her back to where she came from.
Yeah, with that, she's like,
Aw.
you'll throw her. She'll tumble on the floor, get up, wipe her nose, and be like, "Them's extra arms, mate. Y'all's a
And they're what?
bitch." Like, it looks like she's trying to think of like a clever, witty thing to say, and she just gives up and goes, "You're a bitch."
Yeah, kid's going to kind of smile at that, and then he's going to get down to all sixes. And he's going to attempt to charge her as well.
Go for it. Roll.
All right. We're going for the whole claw attack. Now, as it happens, the claw attacks don't do that much damage. So, not too concerned about
They
this.
would do a
Let's go
lot of...
-2 to make it non-lethal.
Ow.
And there I go. This is
Did
my
you
invitation
not
to do.
want
I
as
said
well?
I accidentally roll pass.
Yeah. As you go for the claw, you kind of like you're down with all 6 limbs on the ground. You kind of run over like a wild animal, and as you go, she just politely sidesteps and leaves a foot out and trips you over. So you've got a mouthful of dirt.
I come back up and I say, I see you've countered my centipede maneuver.
That is creepy as hell. Oh, that
Meanwhile,
is so
Prim is
creepy.
eating their breakfast quickly while watching the fight. It's like, I want to get
Now it's
on
time to
that.
fight for real.
Durataro will
point,
just kind of stand there, shrug, and be like, "Come on, bitch." Primrose, at this point, if you would like to, you feel free to jump on in there.
Yeah, Prim has eaten their food quickly. and seeing how they've screwed each other up twice now. They're gonna peck Eliza on the cheek real quick and then jump in.
Yeah, I'm assuming you literally walk over because there's a little gap. You just step in the middle and be like, you don't even need to say anything. You just stand there and put your fists up like, fucking bring it, bitches.
Well,
it's a free-for-all?
Actually, Primrose wanted to sneak up on Kid.
Oh, you want to sneak up on Kid while he's on the floor?
I wanted to get Kid and double team him with Dorothea.
Okay.
Okay, so Kid, whilst you're... Actually, no, because you said you stood up and you spat the dirt out. Mm-hmm. But Primrose, you can approach Kid from behind. And
hit him.
Do the punch.
Okay, so am I using a new button, or am I...
Yeah, it should be.
It's in your weapons.
Yeah. Near the bottom.
Oh, wait. Oh, there we go. Would it be a flank?
To get Kid while he's flat-footed?
Yes, this would be a flank currently.
Is it flat-footed though?
You are flat-footed, yes.
Combat reflexes! Damn it!
I think Primrose fucking misses though.
Nope.
Oh.
She missed.
You're both swinging past each other.
Yeah.
Oh,
Kid, one of your claws swings back and misses as Primrose probably goes, ah! And swings wildly at you. Duratara looks at the two of you fucking around. Why can't nobody hit nobody today?
They're your disciple.
Pilder just walks up and is like, 2 against 1. Come on, let's make this fair. And he's gonna
no.
Meat Sprinkles, get in here!
No knives!
Now we have a short person.
At that moment, Meat Sprinkles leaps out, almost as if from the fire, been laying in wait, leaps from the fire to try and grab Duratara, and that's a 3 on the dice, and just misses and hits the floor. This is a fucking shit show, guys.
Yo, Oots, you want to have a go?
No.
Oons is always down to punch people.
Get the fuck in here, man! Keldor, is having fun against you attacking? I think all of us are armed.
Say what?
Is having fun against your vows because I think all of us are armed.
He doesn't care. As long as he's not trying to kill you.
Okay.
He can punch you all he wants.
Intimidated right now.
Oh yeah, fucking six people? 6 people? Free for all. Okay, let's go.
Oh, what? Oh God, no.
Okay,
right,
so
we should probably roll initiative or something.
Yeah, I think at this point it is going to have to be an actual set of initiatives. So, to make it easier, I'm just going to say the 3 NPCs will go after everybody else.
Nice.
And they will all move together for speed. Oh, Flick is joining in.
Oh, Flick's in here? You realize
Flick needs to know when fists. He has the opportunity to act.
Team up with me. Team up with me. What?
She's gonna be first. It looks like.
Become my comrade.
Okay.
Please.
Damn it!
Zindrix, as you're trying to sit down and politely... Oh no, I think Blake has had to step away for something. Never mind, Zindrix has sat down and politely enjoying their breakfast. Looking over at you with a bunch of the other NPCs going, fucking hell.
I forgot to unmute my mic.
Oh shit, Zindrix knows this too.
Okay.
Wild shape is allowed, Blake.
Warrior training at the best.
Okay, so the party is just going to start beating each other up now for shits and giggles.
This is what we have to do. This is the way we relieve stress.
Flick, you see that everyone just finishes their breakfast or drops their plate partway through. I'm going to say the people who are not joining in are Varco, Eliza, Angus,
Gen 3.
Oh, sorry.
Gen 3, and
Matt.
oh shit, that's Meat
Does
Sprinkles.
Meat Sprinkles count
As
one of us?
Yeah, Meat Sprinkles gets his own special initiative because he's Meat Sprinkle. So, Eliza, Angus, Gen 3, Varco, and Mateus are the only ones who are not joining in. So Notad's joining in as well for shits and giggles. Going like, ooh, what's this?
Yes.
Everyone's
But-
just terrified of him.
He doesn't look like he's joining in. He's like, but you'll see what happens.
Flick
So,
hasn't looked
Meat
like he's
Sprinkles
joining
is the first one to act, and the person he is closest to is Duratara. So he's gonna like get up and just go for an attack. Yeah, that's a hit. He just punches Duratara in the face, and Flick. Then it would be you. Have you walked up and actively, or are you keeping back? You know, I'm gonna sneak in.
I've been hanging back the entire time, just watching all this happen. So I'm like tens of feet away from this scrum, and as like kid shouts like free for all, and shit starts flying, Flick runs up, reaches into his backpack, pulls out a smoke stick, cracks it, and throws it on the ground in front of everybody.
Oh, fuck yes!
So, as you run into one and drop this smoke stick, that means that everybody now going through this area has a 50% miss chance. Is that it? Because it's...
I think so, yeah.
I already can't see. How dare you?
Okay, so that would then be Zindrix. Zindrix, how are you
is
doing it?
a little bit stronger so I can fight for myself, and I'm going to transform into an orc.
Oh,
Hey.
So, Zindrix, how do you describe, like, how do you see this happening? Like, everyone's going, and all of a sudden, kid shouts, free for all! Meat Sprinkles punches Duratara in the face. Flick runs in and cracks open a smoke stick. I'm assuming you've just been sat there politely eating breakfast. You hear the words free for all, and you go, fuck yeah. Stand up, turn into an orc. Then what?
And she just want to jump into combat. That's all she can do.
And walk on over slowly. Keldor.
Oh, he's gonna have fun this time.
oh no.
Hang on, I have just seen that Shogun has cheered 10 bits.
Oh,
Thank you,
Thanks,
Shogun!
Shogun.
Thank you, Shogun. Glad you're a fan of senseless violence.
I issue a challenge and say, all of y'all together can't beat me. And now
Oh.
you all need to make a charisma save, a will save,
We'll say.
and if you do not make 15 or higher, you have to attack me.
Okay.
Okay.
He says this like he wants it.
He's channeling a bit of Kid. Although Kid at this point realizes that there are better targets to go for. So does
Yeah,
Primrose.
same.
So does Duratera.
Everybody's like, screw Keldor.
I love the idea. Keldor was like, fight me! And I'm like, nah.
Okay, fucking Meat Sprinkles.
We're busy over here.
And no Tad.
Where's his will? That's Oons.
Oh,
Okay,
of course.
backing you now.
Of course.
The NPCs. Except for
Ah,
Duratara.
So, nobody wants to fight. Like, none of the other players want to fight Keldor, but the NPCs all seem to. Let me just check. No Tads.
It
Did I-
makes sense that Meat Sprinkles and Oons want to fight him. Like, that makes perfect sense.
Oh, yeah, I
Everybody
believe
else
that.
is like, giant hyena man? I'll pass.
No
You've
Tad
seen what
kind
you can do. They're usually standing in the back or off somewhere safe.
none of you are really particularly paying much because Notad hasn't actively come and joined in. we as players know that Notad's going to join in, but you guys don't. Like, you've no fucking clue what Notad's doing. Okay, so Kid.
Okay.
Oh, that's
I
not the end of
cannot
my
see.
turn. Sorry.
Oh, that's not the end of your turn.
Oh,
Sorry.
No, that's
Go
a
ahead.
quick action.
Oh, go. Keep doing more.
And then I'm gonna punch Unst in the jaw.
Go for it.
50% miss chance.
Okay, so roll D100.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah, you swing, and it felt like a hit that would have been strong enough, but just swinging through the darkness, goes like, ah, shit, what's going on? Like, and you can't feel the hit with
Oh
anything.
wait, I get multi-attacks.
Yes, you do.
I
More than one
forgot.
attack in
That's
turn.
a new thing for me.
Yep, more than one attack in a turn. Now the -5.
So you making a
Actually,
second?
no. Hold on. Natural
Yeah.
attacks don't benefit from a multiple attack bonus. You can
Do they
just
not?
attack with the other one.
No,
Yeah.
because unarmed strikes are considered light weapons, so I can punch with 2.
They're only considered light weapons if you are a monk. It is one of those reasons why only monks have the ability to attack more than once with fists. If that were the case, a dragon would be able to make thousands of attacks each turn.
Well, that's
Man,
because
dragon-
theirs is different. An unarmed strike is always considered a light weapon.
Yeah, base attack bonus being high versus multi-attack are different ways of being handled.
That's it. That's why I was getting confused, because like dragons can make a shit ton of attacks in one turn. They can go bite, claw, wing, tail.
Yep.
And maybe something else, I don't remember.
So yeah, I think you only do get one punch. Or two, technically.
I don't see anything about that, but
Okay.
For now,
just...
yeah, for now, make a second attack just for shits and giggles. We'll figure it out sooner. Well, later, not sooner. We can't figure it out sooner.
It would still be with a -5, honestly, but yeah.
Yeah. So go for a second punch, just because it's fun.
miss.
Yeah, that's still swinging in the darkness, just swinging wildly, really.
Wax slug flick.
Kid.
Okay. So Kid knows, with all the smoke around him, where at least one person was. And that would be Primrose. And
Oh,
so
no. Oh no.
Kid's gonna pivot, his arms kind of moving in that strange, terrifying way of doing things. And he is going to become a wild burst of claws.
Just whack.
Yeah, this is going to be called the waterlogged cat maneuver. All right, attack 1 coming in. Take a -4 off of these because I can't be bothered.
Okay. So 14.
Duh.
10. 13. Primrose, what's your AC?
10.
So 3 of those hit.
Ow.
Did you
Oop,
fumble
roll 5 of them.
twice?
No, I rolled. It should have only rolled 4. The last one was wrong.
Oh, it's good. Got
here's
that,
the
that
thing.
one out of the way.
Well, thankfully, I have to get past the fog too.
Yeah. So 3 D100s.
There goes 1.
Miss.
There
Miss.
goes 2.
Hit.
There goes 3.
Hit. So the first one swings wildly, and then the second 2 do whack into Primrose,
Ow.
dealing them an oh so much fun 8 damage. Yeah, so I can
100 points
count.
of damage.
I was looking at the wrong ones. So a good solid 8 damage coming your way, Primrose.
Oh,
How do you respond?
Not
Kid
please.
voluntarily held off on the rend because technically he fulfilled that.
Oh no. Is countering a thing in D&D?
Attack since it's your turn now.
Your turn, so you can just
Yeah,
smack him
but-
right back in the face.
That's true.
Yeah, you can stand there and just punch him.
You'll hear a distinct mother of.
Make it a punch.
Yeah.
If you wanted to, what I was going to say, if you wanted to get you could use your flurry of blows, your new monk ability, to try and hit him twice.
It's basically the unarmed strike, but with a -2 to the attack roll.
Okay.
Twice. It's perfect.
Yeah.
In this situation.
So if you wanted to do that, I mean, you don't have to. I'm just saying, if you wanted to, you could do that.
That would be fine.
Punch him in the face.
Why is the damage weird?
No damage.
Oh,
No,
okay. Simply because there wasn't any damage to calculate, so 1.
yeah. And again,
We really need to reincarnate you.
we do. So, can you roll me 2 D100s, please, to see if they actually make contact?
Okay.
They still deal damage, just not much.
1 apiece.
Can't believe you rolled a 2 and a 1.
Internet, come on. Why can't she roll? Why isn't it rolling?
Hit.
Okay.
And then another one, if you please. That's a miss, unfortunately. So your first punch goes straight back. You clock kid in the face.
Yes.
But then your second one, it's really hard to get through this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you son of a, you hear mother of, and then get punched in the face.
Okay, so
he's gonna feel
Come on,
a little
little
bad.
goblin. Try and get me.
well, there's the other NPC, so I couldn't be bothered to give an initiative, so I'm just saying they go last. So Duratara is going to try and punch Meat Sprinkles. That would be a hit, so need the D100. That's what I should have gotten out.
I can get you, Matt. 50.
Yeah, 50. Boom. Does it hit on 50?
There's no 0 technically, so I would say that is the very precipice of a miss.
Yeah. Because it's 1 to 50 and 51 to 100, isn't it? Yeah.
So yeah, barely misses.
Yeah. Which is a shame.
Shaved an eyebrow off.
Unst feels an overwhelming urge to punch Keldor. And that is a nat 20.
Do it. See if he even hits me.
He does.
Oh, yeah. So, he is not trained in any particular way, so his is just a D3. 3. So that's max damage.
6 plus his strength.
Yeah, and his strength is a plus 4? Yeah. So that's 10 damage.
10 damage.
Yeah, as Unst firmly punches you square in the face.
Alrighty.
And then one other NPC who's been very, very quiet throughout all of this. You're all in the midst of this smoke cloud, so I don't know if any of you would see from the outside. As Notad very calmly stands up, walks over to everything that's going on, and he lifts his fist up, and he throws a punch at Keldor. And he goes, he says out loud when he gets there, "Oh, we're all punching the 30 man. Okay."
Oh, dear.
And that
Not lethal damage, don't worry.
be a hit. And mischance is a hit. And damage, as you get punched. As Notad punches you, in the gut. It feels almost as powerful as the punch Unz just did. You take 9 damage.
That's not bad.
Way to go, Master.
Question: was Primrose able to see that through the smoke?
With a spot check of 20, yeah, you saw Notad walk. Like, just punch Keldor right in the stomach, like, as if it's nothing. Just, ugh!
Prim would pause, like, "Oh shit, Dragon Boy's here."
Well, it's just established. You all think he's a dragon, but no one talks about it.
Yep.
We don't want to
Keldor
piss him
doesn't
off.
know it yet.
Sip kid.
Keldor hasn't seen anything.
This is true. But Keldor, you would be suspicious because Notad doesn't look like he should be able to hurt that much.
You also got to remember he grew up with a bunch of old knights who were fully capable of putting him on his rear.
This is true. You go, oh wow.
Beaten by old men.
Yes, he was.
I'm covering more of kids' fetishes.
No.
Okay, so what we're gonna do to round off the session is we're gonna quickly fly through, do one more round of this, and then call it a day. How's that sound, everybody?
Alrighty.
Okay, Meat Sprinkles is gonna keep trying to beat up Duratara.
No, he's
Yeah,
not.
no.
He
Oh no,
failed.
he's not. No, he failed. He's going to attack you, isn't he?
Yep.
So he rushes over, and that. What's your AC, Keldor?
Currently I'm not wearing any of my armor, so... It is 15.
Yeah, that would hit, and but he misses with the smoke, so he just kind of goes, and you feel something brush past your leg. Flick, look at this chaos you caused.
So Flick just kind of stands there for a second with everything going around and smiles at his handiwork. And then he's going to turn
My
around.
chance I will kill Meat Sprinkles.
He's going to turn around, he's going to whip out the troll gut rope, and he's going to swing it towards Meat Sprinkles' legs like a lasso, and have will the end of it to wrap around his feet. And he's going to try and rip his feet out from under him.
Okay, so that would be a ranged touch attack to hit someone with a rope.
Okay. 2 range. There. So that's a 20.
Oh hell yeah, that's right there. The troll gut wraps around Meat Sprinkles' legs.
Miss
You
chance.
got it.
Mischance. You're technically throwing it into the.
Yeah. So, do you want to know?
He
No.
misses.
The rope feels like it ties around something.
All right, I will it to wrap around the feet, and then I start yanking.
Strike check!
And as I'm about to, I get pulled with it. 'Cause it's
Okay,
someone's big foot.
Flick, as you try and yank on this rope, the first thing you think is, this shouldn't be so heavy. Do you command the rope to help you pull?
That was the entire point. Yeah, I was gonna like reef on it and like pull it back with like elastic force at the same time.
Yeah. As you pull, as you start pulling, this feels heavy, and you then find yourself pulled in, and you face plant the stump.
No, Stumpy, not like this.
As you go, you get a brief look, and the pebbles on the stump have now formed into a laughing face. As you take 4 damage from face planting it.
Wow.
Now here's the
Four face
question.
damage.
Who's it wrapped around?
Yeah.
The stump. That's why he went flying into it.
I thought I got pulled into it by someone else too.
That's great.
Zindrix.
badass fighter falls stump.
I love that it started to turn off, was standing there basking in the glow of my handiwork, and then wound up face planted on the ground, making out with a stump. Makes it all the better. Blake, are you muted again?
So
Here comes Blake.
Yeah, there we go.
With a punch. Ooh, that probably hit someone. Who are you aiming for?
the Notad.
All right.
Ooh, mischance.
Okay, do mischance for no 10th.
Yeah, it hits.
Yeah, you gotta. Well, actually, hang on, let me check.
You punch that dragon in the face.
Or do you?
When else do we get a chance to?
He might hit it. It just might hurt him more than it hit. Hurts.
You feel you make a really solid punch on Notan. You know, you're buffed up, you're in an orc, you feel you got a good solid punch on Notan. However, something feels really strange. Like you hit, but instead of hitting a nice fleshy thing, it feels like you've hit solid metal.
Cement wall.
Yeah. Like, you don't take damage from it, like, and he doesn't seem phased. He doesn't feel anything. Like, I hit, but what? Nani?
Yes, right there.
Keldor.
So, I just got punched by Unst and Notad. Alrighty. Unst is right in front of me. I'm going to punch him back.
Do it. Ha cha cha.
Do-do-do.
Question is, do you know if you got punched by no time or not? Did you see him punch you?
Mm-hmm.
Just ignore the second.
Okay, so 21 would hit, 9 would not.
Alright.
So, roll me a mischance. That hits. You get a good solid punch on Un's face, and you feel like his jaw move, like as you connect and punch and move his face with your fist. It's a good, very satisfying feeling. Is there anything else you would like to do?
Nothing I can do. Full round action to attack more than one.
Alrighty, Kid.
Okay, now here's the question. Are there 4 people, as in I can tell that there are 4 people, within reach of me?
Yes, because you're all in a very, very tight enclosed area.
Okay, I've just realized I can punch 4 people at once.
Don't you do it.
Do it.
Don't you give me extra option. Don't.
Which 4 people are you trying to punch?
Okay, so I'm going for Duratera. I'm going 1 for Notad.
Mm-hmm.
1 for Unst, and 1 for Keldor.
Okay, a 16 wouldn't hit Duratara because she has an AC of 17.
Mm-hmm.
13, if we're assuming Unst doesn't have his armor on, assuming that he didn't put it on this morning yet, yeah, 13 would hit Unst. The 5 and the 8 would not hit.
Okay.
So, yes, you get a good solid claw on Unst.
All right. So one of the claws reaches out of the smoke and just gets him.
Back of the head.
Kid shouts, "This is so much fucking fun!
Why do we do this every day?
We need to do this every day!"
You're a no from Primrose.
Okay. Primrose, it's your go.
Primrose responded resounding no to that statement. Let's see. Where? Okay, I don't even know where I am in relation to everybody else. Are we just? Is there?
You assume you're within
anybody
reach of
in
anybody who you want to be in reach of.
Okay. Let's see. I kind of want to punch Oons for funsies.
Do it.
Yeah, go right ahead. Punch anybody.
Prim has
Seems
never
to be
got.
what we're doing.
Oh, I know
Everybody
what it
punch
is.
everybody.
Prim is still like a little bit like Prim remembers that Oons didn't really protect Eliza that well back in the mines or whatever. It's like, oh wait a
Still
minute,
unloaded.
memories. So yeah, let's do that. Okay. I can use flurriables like once a day, or is that like?
You can use it as many times as
every
you like.
single time.
Oh my goodness, yes. Would he be flanked?
Yes.
Alright.
That's a hit. You flurry of blowsing still?
I am. Oh!
Take a -2 on the hit.
Yeah, you hit Oons twice. You go boom, boom. Hit him twice in the ribs. Oh, well, actually, you need to do mischance. So roll 2 D100s.
Yeah.
You connect in the same spot.
It's like.
Both of them. Like, you feel like both of them would have hit, but it's like, ugh, I can't see, and all this smokes.
No, my revenge. No, never again. Oh, no.
Yeah. Okay, so
The NPCs
finally the
all strike
NPCs are
somewhere.
just going to start swinging around at each other. Well, not at each other, you guys. Duratara is going to punch Kid in the shin. Yep, that makes contact.
Yep.
And 6 damage, Kid.
Okay.
Unst is going to continue to punch Keldor, but misses with a 3 on the dice. And finally, Notad. He takes a 5-foot step backwards.
Oh no.
Takes in a deep breath. And just goes, I think this is enough. And lets out a rather large breath weapon.
Oh.
Everybody make a reflex save.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
We'll roll up a new character.
There were rolls, no, Ted!
Oh yeah, you're not gonna get in a fight this episode, guys. I'm just gonna the whole party.
Shit.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
Oh no. Our whole party is fucked now.
Okay, I'm out of here.
Looks
See you
just
later.
run away.
Okay, everybody except Flick failed that. So, I'm just gonna...
Oh my god, it happened again! I lost another family!
I'm just gonna roll the damage here for you.
Oh.
It's supposed to be non-lethal.
That's how you start.
Everyone gets that damage?
Yeah, out of curiosity, how many hit points does
Shit.
everybody have?
Oh my god, that would have
Fine.
killed me.
Oh,
That actually
my
would have
God.
killed me.
Let me see.
I
What
am
is minus-
uncomfortable.
My -9.
Oh!
The precedence of death.
Okay, so Kid is on -9.
I'm down to 12. I'm not happy.
212 or -12?
12, but
Okay, good.
Lord. I'm like on the ground, like, what the fuck just
Everybody
happened?
stop
Wait,
laughing.
And,
We forgot somebody.
Huh?
who did we forget?
Baco?
Baco's not in the fight.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, meat sprinkles, no!
Yes!
He died.
He's gone.
Is that
No.
meat sprinkles?
Gone,
Is
gone,
that-
gone.
That's meat sprinkles.
That's negative 15.
Well, see
Oh,
now, freaking no
No,
time
negative
The only one he kills is one.
Matt, you know what you have to do.
kill meat
We
sprinkles.
weren't supposed. No, we weren't supposed to die. And you have DM nat 20s.
Yeah, you know what? I give one of the saved up nat 20s to meat sprinkles.
Boo.
It's not fair for him to die like this. Don't worry. He will die eventually. Someone will.
Just for that, I'm gonna kill him, Cody.
Come on, revivify him. We'll just do that.
Yeah.
That'll be fine.
Um,
He won't be a goblin.
Okay. So everyone takes that damage. The smoke cloud clears, and most of you feel very, 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 very cold. And we will pick up on this next time. Thanks everybody for coming and joining us. We have overshot our time yet again. Thank you for tuning in. If you like Welcome to the Party, follow them on Twitter at WelcomePartyRPG, here on Twitch at twitch.tv/WelcomePartyRPG, over on YouTube at youtube.com/Welcome to the Party, and join the Discord down below if you would be so inclined. I am the Bardic Knock, Twitter at Knock, Twitch at twitch.tv/Bardic Knock on YouTube. I don't have a special thing, so just search the Bardic Knock, you'll find it. And you can find Archer on DeviantArt at ArcherBI, and you can find him on Twitch as well. Is that the same, Archer?
Yep. Everything I do is Archer the Eye.
And what are you doing on Twitch at the moment?
Currently, we are working that out. We should be starting up this week. I haven't decided the game.
Ah, that's cool.
We might just
Follow him, you'll find out. And you should also check out Thomas-Sason on Tumblr for artwork commissions. He did the artwork for Kid. Good stuff. Cheap. Well done. Very talkative with you, sorts out what you would like and gets it done, doesn't he, Cody?
No, absolutely.
All right, I believe that's everything. I haven't missed anything that needed plugging, right?
I don't think so.
Not that I can think of.
Alrighty, and who are we going and raiding tonight?
Lee is
On the forefront. I've typed this in so many times. My thing recognizes it. So we're going to go raid on the forefront, but don't worry. Welcome to the Party. We'll be right back real soon with another game called Misspent Youth. So if you stick around the channel, you'll see that. So we'll see you real soon. Thanks for tagging along as I nearly killed everyone with one attack in a RP only session.
That is the
Until next time, everybody.
closest the entire party has come to dying. Thank you very much, Matt. Bye, guys.
Until next time, everybody. Thank you. Be well and happy adventuring.
Goodbye, Kevin.